at the start. We are in losers finals of Galaxy Gambit Collision Series, the very first one of the year, and what has been an incredible run from all parties aligned, including Riley, waiting to see who gets the W in this set in game number 1.
Shout out, by the way, to the 800 plus viewers we've had for the past like 2 hours. You guys love this so much. And let's
oh my god! I did not at all expect in my notes to see soft hit down air to actually get a spike off of Robin, but here we are, and that is huge for Danbi because now you can afford to trade. You need to be able to trade and go in and be okay with taking some of these 11 hits because you have to get that damage on the Robin.
Yeah, it's wow. I don't think Cat expected this either. You know, with that said, Cat has a not too much percent. Danbi is at kill percent. So this comeback is more reasonable than you think. And if Danbi, you know, loses this huge lead right away, that's gonna be a huge amount of blow to him. That's gonna make him doubt himself potentially.
Yeah, and what's that say about the matchup as a whole right there? There you go.
That's my 3 up airs. We're good now.
Yeah, you just need that situation. Someone need to miss a tech and get plenty of up airs in your favor. But like, I agree with what you were saying before though, because you got the 3 up airs, right? But now what? Like you have to get the KO, and if that early stock didn't happen, this might have looked much worse for Danbi, because Cat is bringing this back very easily.
Yeah, right. I mean, Cat hasn't got the kill yet, but Cat is also not okay. Now Cat's like 95%, 83, 94. Yeah, you can't.
Oh, all right, never mind. There you go.
That's
not going to KO, but the follow-up is. So Danbi, as even though was kind of getting mixed up a bit, still able to capitalize properly, and that's that really good punish game we've talked about all night.
Yeah, I mean, 3 stocks to 1. With that said, Danbi sometimes is not the best when he has the situation supposedly under control. He needs to stay calm, especially in game 1. You need to make sure you don't crack game 1. You have to, you have to make your opponent think, oh shoot, what am I gonna do?
Exactly. You gotta play with that mentality, like that severe confidence factor of I've been here before. What are you gonna do about me being here? And Danbi really just pressures that. But good job getting the anti-air finally with that 11 stored forward air. It's gonna be on Cat to just kind of demolish the stock. I know it's easier said than done, but you have to go in. But Danbi, taking full advantage of being a stock up, is continuing this pressure. I think we are going to game 2 very, very shortly.
Yeah. Like, I don't know if Cat can do this. They are insane, but
yep.
You see Cat just jumping, swinging, and like that's it. Yeah, that was a quick game.
Oh my god. The offstage game, it was all the offstage game, and just that pressure on that last stock from Danbi. We have, I don't think we've seen really so far Danbi really push like that. Like we've seen Danbi go in, but not that hard. And I think that was a big confidence move to do that, to kind of like just get in Cat's head, like you were saying.
This isn't a message towards Cat. This is a message towards Riley. Like, I'm coming to you, Riley.
Yep.
Give me a second. I will be there after I take out the garbage, is what he's saying right now. Because, man, he just ran through Cat that game like it was nothing.
Yeah, that was very rough. But something I will say I'm glad to see out of what we've seen out of Cat so far tonight is Cat has been very good at not letting stuff like that get in their head. Like, they've consistently been able to just make comebacks, especially in follow-up games, and answer very well. Like we saw against RM8. It was regularly just getting smacked around every time they landed. The next game, barely got caught.
There's like game 2 is starting off very differently already. Cat is controlling the space with these thunders so well. That's like Cat's offstage. This is where everything keeps going wrong for Cat, is the offstage game.
I like the confidence of Danbi to consistently push that offstage game too. It's like, oh, you're not teching? Yeah, I'm going to keep doing it until you make me tech. I am going to do this option until you force me to respect it. But that is a really good job. Unfortunately, Thoron wasn't really on because you could go for a jump in that position to cover Yoshi's jump as well. At least to get big damage if not the KO. But still, these air-to-airs working really well for Cat in having a percent lead.
Oh my god, but this had not much longer, and like the air dares worked, but the moment you miss one of these air dares as Robin versus Yoshi, you are getting hit. Yoshi is like a giant prehistoric fly with a hammer attached to everywhere.
Yeah, oh, that many times.
Not going for the kill there?
I am.
Okay, yeah, got killing worse. Okay.
All right, it worked in the long run. I agree with you. I was very surprised by that. You always finish your food whenever it's there. In the great words of yipes. But when you're staring down someone who's consistently landing on you, and now all of a sudden in the second stock you have gotten multiple anti-airs, like now this is where the matchup gets rough. Look how easy it's been for Cat to capitalize on a lot of damage because Danbi has to approach linear.
Oh my god, Cat's in Danbi's. Whenever someone wears Nosferatu, either they got it out of a Danbi or they're just in the opponent's head, because that is one of the slowest and the most punishable command reps in this game, but it's one of the most rewarding ones. So you don't go for that unless you know you're getting it.
Yeah, there's like a move tier list of most tilting moves. One of them being like Toon Link's forward smash, that noise. Nosferatu being up there as well. It's just like, why did I get caught by this? I'm stuck here. I'm staring at that lead disappear slowly, and then you have to all of a sudden force your way back in.
That said, you know, look at these percents. They're both at such high percents, and Cat is just holding the center stage confidently, avoiding these kill options, avoiding the up tilt, and punishing damage trying to run in. Complete reversal of game one. You know, Cat is staring Danbi back in here like, yo, you can't just beat me like that, Danbi. You need to actually work hard for this to fight Riley.
Yeah, you gotta make some effort if you want this W to get that run back. What do you think you need to see out of Danbi at this point, outside of like this pressure we're seeing right now, to just change it up? Like what will replicate that success from game one?
I think with Danbi, I think versus Robin, if you're a character like Yoshi with lots of armor ability, you don't actually need to run at Robin and approach them aggressively, because you can avoid the aerials, you can avoid the projectiles, you can play a patient game and let Robin overextend. You are not easy, you are not a slow big character. These projectiles are only a threat if you let them be a threat and run into them.
Very wisely said, and honestly, the slower gameplay out of Danbi and sort of like respecting a lot of the options out of Cat has brought it to, at least it was momentarily, a bit closer. That back air out of shield, not gonna do it just yet. That's very important. But there you go, baiting out the air dodge, following all the way down. And we've already seen some early KOs coming from the edge guards from Danbi, so this is still very much doable, except it's not anymore because that back air is too strong.
Back air is too powerful. Cat making a very good play, just recognizing, hey, your off stage is Yoshi. You know Yoshi players love doing off stage? Double jump up B. And just like that, we're 1-1 right now. Man, Cat has figured something out fast. You know, well, Cat is kind of hot right now, right? Like, what Cat's been playing for a while, definitely has the mental engine like running. And Danbi, you know, might have to warm up a little bit. You know, he hasn't played for a bit, might have been chilling, and sometimes it's hard to come back from just chilling to playing versus these types of players who are ready to go.
Yeah. And Cat went through quite the gauntlet of players so far too. Cat had to go 3-1 against PK Chris, then 3-1 against Sassy Flygon, and then 3-1 against RM8. And now we're seeing a 1-to-1 matchup here. Is it going to be possibly another one? Is it really the thing for Cat to maybe drop a game to get that download, understand the issues that was happening, and adjust quickly? That happens to a lot of people. Sometimes people really don't play that much better until they hold that L in one of the rounds.
Oh,
and this is 100% not at all what I expected to happen.
All right, so Danbi's Pikachu is not the lamest Pikachu I've seen, but it is one of. He will camp it out. He will time it out. He will abuse the most broken Pikachu things possible. I don't know if this is gonna work. I actually don't like, in theory, Pikachu versus a Robin main if you're Pikachu secondary, because little mistakes will get punished. But
so would you say it's very reminiscent of, say, like Mouse Rat playstyle?
Yes, not quite the same level of campiness, but very close.
Okay, I mean, like, to be honest, if it's available to you, you got to make it work. I agree though that using a secondary like this when you're trying to play defensive, the problem that comes out of it in the end is, sure, you can get that percent to 100+. What do you do about approaching and KOing them, though?
Yeah, right. I mean, right now, look, I mean, it's not like Danbi's even getting the damage, right? Danbi's just getting walled out. Look, 87 finally gets combo. Oh, you can't drop the combos. That's another thing about playing secondaries is if you're not confident in them, you haven't warmed them up, all that stuff, you might just drop combos, and the most important things you need to execute.
Yeah, and I can see the logic behind that. Not only the people in chat saying, this is one of Danbi secondaries, but also one of, if not Robin's worst matchup. But still, it falls into the same category of, like you were saying, when you come in, especially when you're not warmed up with the character, sure, the Pikachu's probably really good, but if you're going for that campy style, which we've seen the defensive play is more Danbi's favor, if you can't find the KOs, against a character who has extremely good KO potential. And there it is, finds the landing, and that's the forward smash. All right, there's the first one. Already takes the lead.
Yep, just like that. And then, honestly, so many times with Cat, someone kills Cat first, and then Cat just immediately claps back with a kill. Something about Robin's giant killing aerials just catches people, you know?
Yeah, honestly, I just realized this is the second time we've seen a Cat versus Rat tonight.
Oh yeah, you're right.
The actual person, and then the next time being with this matchup.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Poor Cat, but honestly, like I agree with what you're saying, and also here, like while we're keeping it even, Cat has to find that big damage window, because if you start to let Danbi get warmed up, like we're seeing kind of right now, and get that slow gameplay in there, that it's gonna work so heavily for Danbi, because we're already approaching like 4 minutes 30. Way less interactions have occurred by comparison to what we've seen in the last few games.
Oh, that was innocent.
Interesting. Yeah, definitely supposed to be a quick attack.
So Chad is saying this is like an awful matchup for Robin, like maybe Robin's worst matchup. So that's interesting. I guess the small size of Pikachu is pretty annoying. It seems like Cat keeps swinging and can't quite hit Pikachu, and Cat can only swing so many times with Robin. Pikachu can swing as much as Pikachu wants.
Yeah, and if you can zone break a call out for like an arc fire, you can get in there very easy with quick attack. So it's been working so far. Not only that, but the stage pick. I think the stage pick might have been a bait from Danbi. Like here, you can have, like we can go to Smashville. I know you like the stage a lot, and then just mixes them up by switching over to Pikachu.
Yeah, definitely, right? Because I don't think Cat was ready for the Pikachu. Even I wasn't ready for the Danbi. I mentioned it earlier today, but like I didn't expect him to bring it out, you know? So
yeah, honestly, that air dodge is a miscue, but just enough range on the arc fire.
Okay, so that was probably intentional, clearly. Not missing put at all. That might kill, actually? Yep, up throw kills. Drag down the up throw.
Yeah, that was up there, and you gotta keep that from staling out. I see 100% what you mean by the slower playstyle from this Pikachu, because there has not been a tremendous amount of interaction between the two. A lot of T-Jolt spam, a lot of zoning, just trying, especially with that center platform, because you stop any Arc Thunder charges, and just how easy it was able to navigate onto that Arc Fire. It's really kind of shut down a majority of the zoning game that Cat has.
Yeah, for sure. Like, yeah, right. T-Jolt stop the Arc Fires for sure. Pressures Robin. Like, yeah, the T-Jolt's actually a huge deal in this matchup. Man, maybe I wonder if Cat has a counter pick for this matchup, because this is looking harder and harder as Danbi's warming up a bit more as well.
I think, yeah. I honestly, I don't know. It's got to be matchup dependent. It's got to be stage dependent. Like, you have to hope that Danbi doesn't, or Danbi leaves open the right stage you need. I don't even know which one it'll be. Like, I would assume a wider flat stage would be your choice, but it's not like the T-Jolts won't also work on an FD. So I'm very, very interested to see what happens, but I 100% see why people said this matchup's rough. So quickly.
Oh man, that was instant death. But yeah, last stocks right now. Cat does not have many charges of the 11 sword left, and yeah, I just wonder if for counter picks, maybe go Battlefield versus Pikachu. So you have a stage with platforms with a little bit of room to work with. Because Pikachu on like FD, for example, is horrible to deal with. You can't avoid T-Jolts at all.
Exactly. That's what I was saying. Like, it usually in your mind you'd want to go with something that doesn't have a platform like this. But maybe we see a return to PS2, because I also don't think that we see Battlefield left open in favor of Cat being able to get it.
Yeah, always just looking for a smash. With that said, Pikachu sometimes has trouble killing. You know, Cat lives like 180 one of these stocks before, so there is a chance Cat just lands like a rogue side B into like up smash, and that's just the game. And this percent Pikachu will die. Yeah, or if you happen to finally catch Danbi sleeping, you can get one of those Arcfire shield break setups at the ledge, which can also take the game away. SD! Or you can get pushed away from the fear of the Thunder Jolt, and that is going to be a very unfortunate SD, but a forced situation from Danbi nonetheless. And 2-1. Yeah, man, I don't know. I honestly I don't know if I have an answer to figure out what Cat can do to deal with that. Yeah, that is just like that. I don't know, maybe triplats, maybe PS2 again. It seems rough for Cat just looking at the stages.
Yeah, I think triplats would be the pick. I don't think that they're going to be allowed. I think that that's going to get banned by Danbi 100% because you already saw how well Smashville just worked, which is very rough for Robin because that's one of Robin's best stages. And then you can't go FD. You can't. You maybe go back to PS2. I think that's the most logical point because Town City also has that FD setup and a very easy way for Pikachu to camp. Pikachu would absolutely love to hang out on those side platforms if the pressure's on. So I think we see a return to PS2. That's my guess. Unless we're not gonna see a switch. Cat sticking it out with the Robin. Danbi with the proper hard call out matchup counter pick with this Pikachu. Let's see what happens here in game number 4.
It's so funny seeing Pikachu with like this party hat, and I'm just thinking to myself, what demonic character just destroys Robin right now? Like, it looks so happy, but on the inside, the evil of, hey, this matchup's almost unwinnable, pretty much.
Exactly, and we returned right to PS2 like I was expecting. Like you need a little bit of room, but that platform at least gives you a little bit of pressure game you could put on. Except Danbi is now going in and hard. If that position was a little bit earlier, that could have been a down air call out on that air dodge.
Yeah. With that said, Danbi probably just gonna wait for his right openings to put pressure on. With PS2, the stage is longer, so maybe he's feeling pressure like make something happen on the stage instead of like Robin camp for free. Which once again, I think versus Robin, you don't need to do that, but I'm also really comfortable versus Robin as a player, maybe, is part of it.
Robin's a very different archetype of zoner, too. Like, it's an angled zoner versus a straight-up linear harassment from, say, like a Young Link. So, it's not as bad to give up full stage. Good anti-air with that up air. Up smash.
Wow, that almost, I feel like that killed like another 20%, so maybe that up smash would kill now. These T-Drills are not really as annoying with those platforms for sure. PS2 is definitely the correct pick, it looks like.
Yeah, you have a bit more room to navigate. And sure, the Thunder Jolts can definitely be used as a way to bait jumps, but Cat hasn't like jumped in. Cat has been jumping in a way that is like still respecting Danbi.
Yeah, right, because Cat knows, like, even though Cat has more range, the frame data from Pikachu is just too much to deal with.
Oh my goodness, that is such a bad situation for Danbi to miss, because that forward smash could have easily led to the follow-up Thunder Jolt.
And Cat with a nice lead. Oh, damn, just 25 for the neutral B.
Oh, this is so important. That Thunder, the Arc Thunder coming through, actually being effective. But what do you do now? You have to get the KO. You cannot let this lead get out of hand because pretty much the way Danbi's been playing this matchup is small burst and zone. If you're forced to constantly approach, you finally open up the ability for things like this, the grabs and these the 11 store to be online.
Yeah. Definitely, if you're approaching in a way like that, Robin can punish you. You're shielding too much. You're staying on the ground too much. You're too hesitant to jump in. It's so easy for Robin to abuse that, and I think this will kill at least.
Yeah, there it is. Getting that extra damage just to make sure too. A completely fresh up throw, and 67% is a very, very respectable amount that Cat was able to get out of that stock. 81% too. Now you're at that point where you can afford to trade at least a little bit early on to try and get that KO percent.
Uh-oh, this could be big damage. Oh, the drop in the combo? I don't think that up smash was intentional.
No, I think it was supposed to be a short up air as well. Like, that was definitely supposed to be a follow-up on there. And that, if you're Cat, you got to be counting your blessings with that one, because that could have been huge damage.
Yeah, like, yeah, oh my god. Danbi has not been able to, like, get like a big opening yet to like get these combos going, right? Just a lot of those smoke hooks, lots of trading, and that almost kills.
Is that these electric moves working just fine here? It's much more like canon to the show. But how do you do like how do you find a way back in now if you're Danbi? Which is crazy because before in the last matchup it looked completely impossible for Cat to deal with approaches or the retreating gameplay. I would not. I hate to say it. I wouldn't be surprised if we see this match go to the end clock, because Danbi has to be so careful now with all decisions made, because Cat is in a prime position to just absolutely destroy the stock.
Oh my! Speaking of which, I think I shield poked.
That did shield poke. That dragged it down, and you saw Cat delayed it a second too. Waited to get that shield down just enough to get that shield poke.
Yeah, man. So the thing is, Danbi. I don't know, like, as you said, how does Danbi approach? Like, this match is supposed to be easy for Pikachu on paper, but the way the platform's helping out Cat so much, Danbi unable to get like, these big combo starters, so many trades, And the timer is running low. While timing out isn't going to happen, that could be a threat eventually for Danbi if he doesn't take the stock soonish.
Yeah, which really begs the question: if this goes to Game 5, what's the counter pick? Because you obviously you're probably removing Smashville, and then you have to remove FD. So do you give up the free Town and City pick for Danbi, or do we run it back here to PS2? Jab block, that could be a KO. Not just yet. Looking for the air dodge away, not gonna get the follow up.
This is really bad though. Like Danbi is not kill percentage yet, but Pikachu's light. And Robin is not dying yet.
That's that kill problem you're talking about with Pikachu. As great as it is for Pikachu to rack up damage, it can be hard at these percents for Pikachu to find that raw KO, especially with things like a dash attack, which Cat really hasn't allowed too many of. Mostly because he's been staying on the platforms, actually. Like, navigating around the platforms has kind of shut down dash attack entirely.
2 minutes left, and oh my god, 30% healing from that and like 30% damage. Like a minute 50 seconds left. Danbi is gonna be lapped soon. Danbi is 100% kill percent, and Cat isn't gonna die yet. I wonder if we just see Yoshi Game 5, because like assuming Smashville is banned, I think a Yoshi pick, just stick to your gun, stick to how it works, would be good. With that said, Danbi could always try to do something crazy and go Lucario, not because it's a good matchup, but because he could try. He could also go Kirby actually.
I was gonna say I don't know if I have too much faith in the Lucario versus Robin, because Robin is one of those characters that can kill Lucario early to make Aura kind of null and void. But I think we'll probably see the Yoshi. If this somehow doesn't get back in favor, especially if Smashville is not left open, because I think the Smashville kind of like quick hat trick to catch him off guard is no longer in play. And we've already seen that this PS2 is.
By the way, I just need to point that out. You have 50 seconds left and a 60% deficit. Danbi can't play patient anymore. He has to make something happen.
Exactly, you have to go in now, and you either snipe an early stock or you get a big combo. And the jump height for Robin is actually just perfect enough to only allow like that, just like one anti-air up air or like a back air. But if you're Cat, you also have to be willing to trade on occasion with like a forward air, because this is exactly this. It's only a 12% window.
5% lead now. Yeah, you have to make trades now. Like at this point, you don't need to kill, you just need to make trades. Make like 1 or 2 more trades. Oh my god, this is...
It's up.
Oh no, damn
it. The up air finally closing in with 13 seconds left.
Damn it, honestly, if Danbi just backed out there and just T-Joy up B for the last 15 seconds, you could have had that, but Danbi tried to push it to the edge a little bit too much. And with 15 seconds left, Cat takes that and brings it to Game 5.
It is really one of those criminal aspects that happens to players all the time in that situation, right? It's like, wait, do I go in for the extra damage? Do I retreat and just try to play it safe and risk the possible hit where they catch me and you get caught in a loop? But the person who's behind 100% has to get you, so they're throwing it out no matter what, trying to make that right call, and somehow, some way, Cat finally got the hit after not touching Danbi at all that last stock for like a solid minute. And we're gonna see Game 5. I don't think we see Smashville, which means I think we possibly don't see Pikachu, unless Danbi feels confident enough in Town and City, because there's no way that FD is gonna be left open. I think that we're probably seeing a run back right back to PS2, but it's going to be the Robin versus the Yoshi.
Yeah, I think as well it's gonna happen, unless Danbi thinks he'd figure out at the end, because Danbi did have a huge deficit and he was bringing it back. So he might believe he can just kind of adapt and make it work. But yeah, I think Yoshi's very likely. I actually forget how the Yoshi Robin games went, because these Pikachu games have been very lengthy, that's for sure. I've kind of like... It's just filled my mind. This is probably like a 30+ minute set already, I swear. These two
this has been
zoning so well.
A long one, and we're gonna.
Did I say Kirby?
You did say Kirby. You did. You were pointing out Kirby midway through the set. You know Danbi, and Danbi knows that this is the last match possibly of the tournament.
Wait, Smashville was left open?
Kirby. Really? What? Really? Smashville was left open after that Pikachu matchup. I am extremely confused. But
same.
Oh my god.
Okay,
so we've seen a lot of Kirby recently too with Jajaja and company. That's like, this character has got some sauce and really good kill power, and that air cutter has been used so much more as a neutral tool of late, and I'm a big fan of it because it's a good way to get a quick zone, and it's pretty fast, so it kind of keeps people grounded.
Yeah, Danbi really has a whole gauntlet of characters though, right? We've seen it. And almost everything he has to, I say almost everything because he still has more options if he needed. That is insane. At least when you go to practice with this many characters, you have to be so confident though that there's no matchup you can't handle character-wise. So it's all up to you as a player at some point. With that said, this Kirby,
my God.
that's a kill.
That's a KO. Yeah, you are not drifting far enough away from that one to avoid it. Your best bet was the hope to get into center stage and then pray. But right there, not the best option. And this is exactly what you want. If you could get that dropping air cutter, that could lead to tech chases. So you have to be very careful with your jumps.
Yeah. I mean, with Kirby being so small is such a problem. The air cutter is so annoying because it just covers a lot of space, and Robin's too slow to like really avoid that space if he gets into it accidentally.
Actually, I just realized, yeah, that Kirby falls into that small body problem for Robin too, because Robin loves to fight characters that are much bigger to catch with those arc fire, but that dropping Leverage Sword still catching the anti-airs and getting repeated air-airs here, now taking the lead.
Yep, Danbi's trying to just get up close because as Kirby, you have to kind of approach Robin. Like, you can't really run around the projectiles and avoid them too well. Just not how the character works. But with that said, Cat has had such a good read on Danbi's movement these past like 30 seconds, and the percents tell the whole story. Calling out, ranging all of Danbi's attacks, punishing the run-ins, punishing even those little mistakes like this up against stage, costing Danbi like almost 20%. And Danbi, he's not using the hails either. You have to use neutral B to punish people shielding your landing aerials.
Yeah, and that whole small body problem doesn't matter if it's an air-to-air read consistently, because one of the few things that Kirby does struggle heavily against in this game is good disjointed characters. So the fact that he hasn't been able to go, oh, that's a jump. Yeah, you better up B early there, 100%, and gets the aggressive approach from Danbi with the drop down back air. This Danbi has to snipe this stock out like right now, because this is going to get rough really fast.
Yep. Oh my God. So many. I've seen more Nosferatus from Cat in this set than I've seen like in Ultimate period landing. It is insane how good Cat is with landing Nosferatu, and it does so much. But
that's so important. Good ledge trump back air. Do you get the right call on the recovery? Yes, you do. You catch it down here.
But Danbi didn't go for the edge guard afterwards. He just thought you had it. You can't do that. You have to make sure you finish your food. I'm not gonna lie,
I thought that was gonna be the hard hit spike on that one. That was just gonna get that KO, and I think Danbi might have fell asleep on that too. So now what do? You have to get like a read back air or something on a jump.
Oh, the up B, calling something out. Oh, get it back here, catches drifting. All right, the taunt, the power. I heard the more you taunt in this game, the stronger your character gets by 10% each time.
Oh, 100%. It stacks. It's a stacking buff. You got to make sure you get it.
Oh
my God! Speaking
70%, I think. Danbi tried forward tilting, and he did 5% the Robin with that forward tilt or whatever it was, but he died. So maybe not the best trade.
I love the confidence in that